We see your comments. We know you guys want us to make these syrups. We're working on it. In the meantime, we'll show you how to make them at home using some Liber syrups you might already have, along with some basic household ingredients. Then we'll show you the must-try cocktails for each one. Let's mix it up. Let's start with the most straightforward one, Donn's Mix. Donn's Mix was developed by Donn Beach in 1934 for his famous zombie cocktail. Donn was notoriously secretive with his recipes, but some of them, like this Donn's Mix, were not that difficult to decode. Originally, Donn's Mix was an equal parts combination of cinnamon syrup and grapefruit juice. For our version, we're going to turn that formula on its head by infusing our grapefruit cordial with ground cinnamon. For our Donn's Mix, you'll need our real red grapefruit cordial for that complex citrus element and ground cinnamon for that warm spice. To get started, we'll take 6 ounces of our real red grapefruit cordial, and to that we'll add 1 teaspoon of ground cinnamon. Give that a good stir to combine, and then place it in your fridge for 24 hours. After 24 hours, run the syrup through a fine mesh strainer. The fine mesh strainer should remove most of the bits of cinnamon, but there will definitely be some bits left behind. If you want to further clarify the syrup, and you have the time and patience, feel free to run it through a cheesecloth. There you have some Donn's Mix you're ready to use. Is this Donn's Mix? Not exactly. Is it going to get you really close? Absolutely. Now let's make a zombie. Before we get started, you should know the zombie is not a drink to play around with. It's got 4 ounces of rum in it, so let's proceed cautiously. To our shaker tin, we're going to add 1.5 ounces of Jamaican rum, 1.5 ounces Puerto Rican rum, and 1 ounce overproof 151 rum, 3/4 of an ounce of fresh lime juice, 3/4 of an ounce of our Donn's Mix, 1/2 ounce of Falernum, 2 dashes of absinthe, and 1 dash of aromatic bitters. Add ice and give everything a hard shake for at least 10 to 15 seconds. Next, pour all of the contents in your shaker into your glass and top with additional crushed ice if needed. Garnish with a beautiful bouquet of fresh mint and lime. There you have it, the zombie. Now on to the Donga Punch. The Donga Punch is way simpler than the zombie, but it's still a delicious feature of our Donn's Mix. Grab your cocktail shaker and add 2 ounces of rum. Next, we'll add 1.5 ounces of our Donn's Mix, and we'll finish by adding 3/4 of an ounce of fresh lime juice. Add ice to your shaker and give this a good 10 to 15 second shake. Now pour all the contents of the shaker into a tiki mug or rocks glass and top with more crushed ice if needed. Garnish with fresh lime and pineapple fronds. Now that we've seen the Donn's Mix in action, let's make our Falernum. Falernum is one of those ingredients that has kind of a murky history. What we think of as Falernum today was invented in Barbados in the first half of the 20th century. Most typically, Falernum refers to a spiced rum liqueur that features exotic Caribbean flavors like lime, ginger, almond, and clove. Falernum is called for in tons of tropical and tiki cocktails and delivers an exotic flavor profile that you just can't get anywhere else. So in order to make our Falernum, we'll need the following. 1/2 cup of white rum. We went with a white Jamaican rum here, but feel free to experiment. 1/2 cup or 4 ounces of Liber & Company almond orgeat, 1 ounce of Liber fiery ginger syrup, 1 ounce of Angostura bitters. To get that 1 ounce of Ango, just carefully use a knife to pry out the dasher insert at the top of the bottle. And last, 2 small limes. We will be zesting these limes, so you'll need a zester or a microplane as well. Let's get started. Now this recipe should yield just under 2 cups of finished Falernum. So you'll need to combine these ingredients in something that's at least 16 ounces. Now this process is easy, but it's also time intensive. We'll start by infusing our rum with the zest of both of our limes. The aromas off this lime-rum combo are cocktail heaven. Let's give this rum and lime an overnight steep of 8 to 12 hours. Now we'll run our infused rum through a fine mesh strainer to capture all that lime zest. From here, we'll add 3/4 of a cup of water, 1/2 cup of almond orgeat, our 1 ounce of fiery ginger syrup, and our 1 ounce of aromatic bitters. Give this all a stir to combine and set it in your fridge for another 8 hours. This is definitely a case where your patience is rewarded. After the 8 hours have passed, let's take our mixture and run it through a coffee filter. I know, this looks excruciatingly slow, but you're really close to your Falernum. Depending on the size of your coffee filters, you may have to do this in batches, and this is also slow, but you'll notice a beautiful clarified Falernum at the end of this process. Yes, this took a little while, but I promise you this is an incredible Falernum-style liqueur that you're gonna love in your cocktails. Speaking of cocktails, let's make a Bronx Cheer. To get started, add 2 ounces of rye whiskey. Next, we'll add 1/2 ounce of raspberry gum syrup, 1/2 ounce of our Falernum liqueur, and 1 ounce of fresh lime juice. Add ice and give this a good 10 to 15 second shake until the shaker tin is ice cold. Strain everything into a highball style glass with crushed ice. Garnish with a lime wheel and fresh raspberry. And there you have the Bronx Cheer. Next up, a tiki classic, the 3 dots and a dash. This cocktail is named after the Morse code signal for V, meaning victory, and it's definitely a winner. To get started, add 1.5 ounces of rum agricole. Next, add half an ounce of your favorite aged rum, a 1/4 ounce of our Falernum liqueur, 1/4 ounce of allspice dram, half an ounce of honey syrup, half an ounce fresh lime juice, half an ounce fresh orange juice, and 1 dash of Angostura bitters. Add ice to your shaker tin and give this a good 10 to 15 second shake. Pour all the contents of the shaker into your glass or tiki mug and top with more crushed ice if needed. We'll garnish with 3 maraschino cherries and a pineapple frond, signifying the 3 dots and 1 dash. Our last syrup might be our most controversial, Fassionola. This is another syrup that's commonly associated with tiki godfather Donn Beach. Now, it's not widely believed that Donn Beach invented Fassionola, but he definitely blended his own versions and used a ton of it. Like most of Donn's recipes, it's unclear what exactly was in it, but we know it featured passion fruit as perhaps the primary ingredient. After that, it's anyone's guess. Common additions are strawberry, raspberry, blackberry, other tropical fruits like pineapple or guava, and even cherry. For our version, we'll keep it simple with a ratio that will allow you to dial in how much you want to keep on hand. For our Fassionola, you'll need our tropical passion fruit syrup for that big, juicy tropical fruit note, along with our Pacific strawberry syrup for that floral berry element. For this batch, we'll make 6 ounces. We like to make ours in a reusable bottle, plus we have a lot of bottles laying around here. If you've got one, maybe from an old Liber bottle, that's perfect. Otherwise, grab a measuring cup or a storage container you have on hand. This couldn't be easier. We're gonna start with 4 ounces of tropical passion fruit syrup. To that, we'll add 2 ounces of our Pacific strawberry syrup. Give that a mix and you've got a shortcut Fassionola that's gonna work wonders in your cocktails. Speaking of cocktails, let's make the Fassionola cocktail a hurricane. Grab your shaker tin and add 2 ounces of rum. We like a split base of a white rum and a gold rum. From there, add 1 ounce of your Fassionola syrup and 3/4 ounce of fresh lemon juice. Add ice to your shaker tin and give this a good hard shake for 10 to 15 seconds. Add all the contents of your shaker directly to the hurricane glass and top with more crushed ice if needed. Garnish with a fresh lemon wheel and a maraschino cherry. Enjoy the classic hurricane. Our last recipe highlights the beautiful fruit-forward flavors of our Fassionola, a Fassionola Daiquiri. The addition of Fassionola to a daiquiri makes perfect sense. To make it, grab your shaker tin and add 2 ounces of white rum. Next, add 3/4 ounce of our Fassionola syrup. Finish with 3/4 ounce of fresh lime juice. Add ice and give this a good 10 to 15 second shake until those tins are ice cold. Double strain into a chilled coupe and garnish with a thinly sliced lime wheel. Enjoy your Fassionola Daiquiri. So there you have it. We've shown you how to take some Liber syrups and some household ingredients and create 3 new additions for your home bar that are delicious and unique. What do you think of our cocktail hacks and what are you gonna use them for? Let us know in the comments below. Until next time, cheers.